If you guys are watching this video, chances are you guys are stuck. Not stuck up on the next strategy that's going to turn you guys profitable, not stuck on trying to pass the funded account that you are going to get a payout from and change your life forever. You guys are stuck in your own heads. Your mindset is absolutely fried, and until you unfuck up your headspace, trading will feel pretty much and be impossible. But once you are able to unfuck your mental, then that's when trading becomes easy. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I've been trading for several years now. I've also coached people for years now. And the biggest differentiator from turning from unprofitable, and this also includes myself, from when I went from an unprofitable trader into a profitable trader, and what I see in my students from what turns them from unprofitable into profitable traders, it's not the next best strategy that they're going to find on YouTube. It's not some automated trading bot that they can buy for $75. It's not a 500-page PDF. It's not an indicator, and it's not a course. It's their mental, it's their mindset, and it's their psychology. In this video, I want to do a deep dive on how you guys can rewire your brain so you guys can fix your psychology within trading, and ideally fix your psychology on life, because that is something that once I was able to fix my psychology in trading, I realized how much it applied to my life, and I started changing the way that I was doing things in real life, and in turn that helped me build success outside of just trading within all my other businesses, and just made me a happier person in general. A lot of you guys are stuck up in your heads. I know you guys were probably just like me when you guys are younger, feeling like you guys don't fit in with anybody else, feeling like you want to do more with your lives. And in turn, that headspace, it kind of makes you depressed, being in a very shitty environment where everybody's telling you, you should do this thing, you should act a certain way, you got to go to school, you got to get this job, you got to work a 9 to 5. And then in your head, you're like, I do not fit in here. But you're going through these motions, and it's like you're just grinding gears against each other, where your head is saying, hey, I don't belong here. I do not belong on this path, but everybody else is clashing against you, saying you have to do this. So how can we split apart from that and actually get the piece that fits together with how your head is set, and how we can change our mindset and break out of all those limiting beliefs that we put on ourselves, and also other people are putting on you, saying that you have to live life a certain way, or you have to do this, or you have to work a certain job. That was the biggest game changer for me when I realized that I was able to unlock my entire potential through trading and through life just by reprogramming my entire mind. This is a little bit of a different video than I usually do, where I'm breaking down shit on the charts, or I'm talking about certain things that, you know, are pretty applicable and pretty just mechanical. Like I'll say something and you're like, yes, that's how it is. That's how we should understand it. But with this, it's literally a full rewiring of our brain. And I feel like I need to touch on these concepts more. So stick around with me. I'm going to teach you guys a whole bunch of lessons that I learned to help improve my psychology, not only within trading, but also within life. So the very first thing that I had to do in order to improve my own trading and in order to improve my life was to detach myself and extend my timelines. So a lot of us, we will learn something new and then we'll go and apply it, and we suck at it, or we will see it as a failure, and we make a mistake, or we don't get the result that we're expecting, and then we immediately just throw our hands in the air and say, man, fuck this. Everybody that has said all these things about me, they were right. I just got to go back to working this stupid ass job and keep being depressed, and that's just what my life is. But that is not the case. We need to understand that learning literally anything, whether it be trading, whether it be just life lessons, whether just like any skill in the world, skills take time to learn. I love bringing the comparison of basketball into this, or even like playing the piano. If someone told me to sit down and play a piece by Beethoven and they gave me an hour-long lesson on it, and then I go and try and play it for the first time, guess what? The first time, I'm going to fucking suck at it. It's the same exact thing with trading. It's the same exact thing in life. The way that we improve and the way that we see growth is by detaching ourselves from those initial losses and understanding that those losses are where we grow. Even in the position that I'm at today, where you guys are like, man, this dude's my mentor, I want to be just like him. I'm taking L's on a daily basis. I'm still continuing to grow. And the difference between me and you guys right now is I see every single loss as a lesson. I see every single loss or mistake that I make as a room for improvement, as a room for growth. So if anything, you guys should be encouraging these losses. And in fact, these losses and these mistakes that you guys are making at the beginning of your journey, or at the beginning of your life as a new entrepreneur, those are the biggest rooms for growth spurts because you're making these massive mistakes that once you make them and then you never do them again, boom, you're just jumping further and then you're continuing to see growth. We need to detach ourselves from losses, whether it be actual monetary losses from the market. Like for example, this week I've kind of been sucking in trading. I'm down $67,000 on the week. I lost 2 trades. But I know that those are the losses that I have to give to the market in order for me to even have the opportunity to be able to capitalize on the market when market gives me the opportunity to capitalize on it and the opportunity to actually make profits from it. Because if I didn't take those shots, who would have known what would have happened? And if I didn't take those shots and if I didn't have those losses, then I wouldn't have been able to learn anything from it. So if you're not taking those shots and if you're not taking those trades and if you're not taking those risks and taking those chances, then you'll never be able to get anywhere. So we need to detach ourselves from the losses and from those, I guess, like embarrassing moments of just being vulnerable. We need to remove our egos. That was something that was super difficult for me. I was too scared. I was scared about what other people were going to say about me. I was too scared about what other people would think about me. I was too scared of failing for myself because I didn't want to be a failure. But once we can detach ourselves from that and extend our timeline and understand that, okay, losses are actually a good thing. Mistakes are a good thing as long as we make them once and then boom, grow from them and never make them again. That's improvement. Because if we make a mistake, cool, that's one less thing that we have to look for in the future, because once we've made that mistake, boom, that's an area of improvement. Now we'll never make that mistake again. It's just boom, keep making yourself more and more efficient. So at the beginning, everyone is going to suck at the skill that they're trying to learn. Right now, you guys are probably within your day trading journey and you guys are trying to figure out how to be a profitable trader. And you guys are taking losses. You guys are making mistakes and you guys are getting on yourselves. You guys are discouraging yourself. You guys are knocking yourself down and getting mad at yourself about taking those losses. I understand that you guys want to make this work and I understand that you guys really want to be successful in trading, but knocking yourself and getting mad at yourself when you're making these mistakes and making these losses is only going to put yourself at a lower mental state, okay? It's going to lower your energy frequency. It's going to lower the way that you think about yourself. And in turn, you're probably not going to want to continue doing this. Okay, so we need to fully detach ourselves from losses and in turn see losses in a different way. We need to see losses as room for improvement, room to continue to get more efficient and better at the skill that we're learning. Number 2, we need to stop being fucking bitches. We need to stop being a fucking bitch, okay? Just like I was talking about in the little pieces about losses, okay? It's one thing to make a mistake and then say, okay, awesome, I made that mistake. It's a learning opportunity. I can get better. And then boom, we move on. Well, guess what? If you sit there, you moan, you groan, you complain about it, you fucking scream and cry, there's no improvement that is happening. What has happened in our life has happened. This is one of the biggest things that pisses me off, bro. It drives me fucking insane. And I'm going to crash out real quick because it actually makes me so fucking infuriated. Everybody loves looking at the past and saying, oh, if this didn't happen to me, or, oh, this thing causes me trauma, or, oh, if this didn't happen to me, then I would be in a much better situation. Well, guess what, fucking idiot? It already happened to you. So what can you do now? What can you do in the present? What can you do to set yourself up in the future so that you aren't looking back on the past and saying, damn, poor me, poor me, poor me. I don't give a fuck about what happened to you in the fucking past. Okay, I could give a shit about how horrible your situation is. I could give a shit about how horrible whatever type of situation that you're in, okay? Everybody has problems. Everybody has issues. And the people that end up being successful are the people that push past those problems, that push past those issues, that push past those hard times, and they stop being a fucking bitch and sitting and complaining and blaming a whole bunch of shit in their past about why they aren't in the spot that they want to be at today. Because guess what? If I were to sit here and just point and say, back when I had negative $2,000 in my bank account, oh yeah, I was in debt and that's the only reason why I'm not successful today. Fuck no. What did I do? I got up off of my ass. I said, guess what? This is the position that I'm in. How can I make this better? Okay, so all of you guys right now, you guys are probably in a pretty shitty position. I'm sorry. That really fucking sucks. The only person that can change that trajectory of your life is you. You need to get up off of your ass. You need to stop being a bitch. You need to stop pointing fucking fingers and say, it's this person's fault. It's my parents' fault. It's my situation's fault. It's my environment's fault. It's none of those people or things' fault except for yours. Every single action that you have taken since birth has led you to be in the position that you're in today. I don't give a fuck what you have to say about anything else. Every single action that you took since birth has led you to be in the position that you're in today. So what does that mean? You are the person that determines your future. You are the person that decides to take action and decides what your future is going to look like. Stop putting the responsibility or the opportunity for outside things such as your environment, your parents, your friends, just all things that you cannot control. Stop giving those people control of your own life. The second that you start taking responsibility for every single thing that has ever fucking happened to you in your own life is the second that you are responsible for your future now. Okay, so if I were to sit here and say, oh, the reason why my life is so shitty is because of this thing, then guess what? My future is going to look shitty. Why? Because I have no control over my life. But the second that you guys can take the blame, take fault for the reason why you are in the position that you're in, and I know that's hard. We need to drop our egos. But the second that we can stop being a fucking bitch about this is when we can finally take control of our lives and when we can finally change the trajectory of what our future looks like. Because now it's no longer my environment. Now it's no longer my friends. Now it's no longer my parents. It's me. And I'm the one that gets to decide what my future looks like. Number 3, this is going a little bit deeper into what I talked about in number 1, but we need to stop seeking perfectionism. Because if we are a perfectionist, and trust me, I'm the same way. I like to be really fucking good at everything that I do. I just need everything to be perfect. But we can't just put ourselves at, ideally, we obviously want ourselves to be at a high standard, okay? But we cannot just set the bar as perfection every single time, 9 times out of 10. Perfectionism is procrastination in disguise. A lot of people are always waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect setup. I need this to happen, and then I'll be ready to do it. The amount of times, and this is like literally 99.8% of people, they have these massive dreams, massive goals, insane plans for their future, especially when they're younger. When they're a kid, they want to be an astronaut, they want to be an NBA player, they want to be a firefighter, they want to do all these crazy things. And then guess what? They get into middle school and they realize, okay, maybe I can't do that because time is ticking away. Then they get to high school and they say, okay, well, now I just want to go to college and now I just want to go and work in accounting job. And then they get through college and then they're like, oh shit, I didn't get that accounting job. Now I just want to work at fucking Subway. Now I just want to work at fucking McDonald's. We need to stop waiting for the perfect time for everything. And this thing that happens to all of those people, what were they doing? They were waiting for the perfect time to start their big, massive plan, to go after their dreams, to go after their life goals. Well, guess what? There's never going to be a perfect time to start. And the best example that I have for this is actually it's a personal example for me and for you guys. When I was a senior in high school, leaving, to go to college, I was already doing well with trading. I'd already made good money in crypto, and I placed a down payment on the Tesla Roadster, which still has not came out yet. And the person that's editing this video, my editor and my cameraman, I told him, because we went to the same high school, we grew up together. I told him, I said, yo, I just placed a down payment on the Tesla Roadster, and I'm going to go to college, whatever. When it shows up, I want to start a day trading YouTube channel, because I want to make it the craziest, the best first video ever. I'll fly you out there. We'll get crazy videos with your drone. We'll make it super cinematic and all that. Tesla Roadster still isn't out. It's like 5 years now since that has happened. And I never made that video. And it took me 2 years after planning all of that out and putting the down payment on it for me to start my YouTube channel. And my very first video ever was not cinematic. It wasn't me buying a car. It wasn't me going and doing anything absurd or insane. It was a market review. It was a trade recap YouTube video. And now we look at where I'm at on social media and making these types of videos for you guys. Imagine what would have happened if I had just started and done that market review video on the same exact day that I said I even wanted to start a YouTube channel in the first place. I would probably have far more subscribers. I would be able to touch the lives of so many more people. And I think back on this example in my life so very frequently, because I'm just like, man, this is a perfect example of me wanting everything to be perfect, lined up for a goal or something new that I wanted to start in my life. And then it never lined up. And guess what? It will never be a perfect situation for you to start something new. There will always be problems. There will always be hurdles. There will always be roadblocks. So the second that you sit down and you think to yourself, man, I want to start this day trading thing, or man, I want to pursue something in life, you might as well start today. There's no start tomorrow. There's no let's start when all of the things like are aligning. No, because there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be things in the way. So you might as well start now. And I just think about what I could have done for my life, not only just like with that, like that YouTube video example is like such a small one, but it's funny because it's just like, it's very relatable to you guys who are watching my YouTube channel and also to me because it's a personal example. But there's so many other things that I could think about where it's like, damn, I wish I went a little bit harder with trading earlier on. I wish I was more, I guess I was just, wish I was a little bit more disciplined. I wish I was more dedicated. I wish I was more consistent. I wish I started earlier. All of these things successful people say about what they wish they had done better in their past. Okay? So you guys right now are literally living in a successful entrepreneur, a successful trader's past. Do you understand that? You are living in your future successful you's past right now. So think about all the things that future successful, profitable trader you wishes that you would be doing right now and start fucking doing those things today. Number 4, we need to build our trading habits, not only within the markets, but also within life. And this is something that I noticed is that habits within trading actually ended up, it was like a bit of a reverse where the habits in trading ended up affecting my habits in life, where if you guys are just able to change your habits in life, you guys will be able to change your habits within your own trading. And this is an exercise that I do with a lot of my students within my blueprint. This is an exercise that I've advised you guys to do before, where we need to start building discipline. We need to start building up the skill sets, especially when it comes to psychological skill sets, so that we can improve them in our own lives, so that it's literally like just unconscious behavior when it comes to the market. Because if we think about this, if I'm undisciplined in my own life, if I say I want to go on a diet and then I'm going and eating fast food, I'm not working out, whatever, like all of those things, how do I expect myself to be undisciplined in my life, but disciplined within the markets? It doesn't align. We need to be fully in line with everything that we want to do within trading, within our own lives. And this was a big, huge, massive game changer. The second that I realized I need to be consistent with everything in my life in order for me to be consistent in trading. I need to be disciplined with everything in my life in order for me to be disciplined in trading. That is what changed the game for me. And it's not only going to improve your trading, but it's going to improve your life for like the so much better. Okay, I think about all of these times and all of these things, like you guys just recently saw, I lost a whole bunch of weight. I've been disciplined. I've been consistent with my diet, with working out. And again, like I just recently, not this past week, I've been down a little bit this past week, but that's just how trading goes. But this past month, like I absolutely fucking crushed it in trading. And I think about how when I'm consistent, when I'm disciplined in my own life, in every single thing, in every single aspect of my life, how does that affect my trading? It's always in a positive way. So we can't just say, yeah, I'm going to stick to my trading plan. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my risk management plan. Yes, I'm going to be psychologically and emotionally stable when I'm trading the markets. But then when you relay that over to life, you're not psychologically and emotionally stable within all of your other life choices. You're not disciplined. You're not consistent. So how do you expect to be undisciplined, inconsistent, unstable in your life, but then expect yourselves to be disciplined, consistent, and stable within your trading? It doesn't work. We have to make our lives correlated with trading. I know that sounds crazy, and I know that sounds like a lot of work, but guess what? It's so fucking worth it, because the second that you guys can start doing that within your trading and within your own life is the second that your trading is going to take off for the better. And the second that you're going to realize, like, oh damn, I'm a lot happier with this life. I'm improving the way that I look. I'm improving the way that I feel. And overall, your life is just going to improve. So look, I can't reach through the screen and physically rewire your brain for you. I can't take action for you guys. This is kind of a 50-50 type of plan. I can only give you guys the blueprint of the things that I wish I had when I was taking losses, when I was an unprofitable trader, to help me get to where I'm at today and to help improve my life as well. And if you guys want to stop winging it, stop guessing, and stop like just being super lackadaisical with not only your life, but also within your trading, then let me help you guys get there, okay? If you guys want to actually take action, and again, there's never going to be a perfect situation, but if you guys are actually serious about taking advantage of this trading opportunity, because guess what? The markets are fucking primed for awesome trading conditions for the next 4 years, or really for the next like 3.5 years, now that we have Trump in office. Whether you guys like him or not, the economy is his thing, the markets are his thing, and we are setting ourselves up to potentially have some of the best market conditions in our entire lives. And we're going to be looking back on this period and being like, damn, I even saying this as a profitable trader, know for a fact that I'm going to be looking back on this period in my life and being like, damn, I wish I had taken advantage more. So I'm sitting here and on a daily basis, I'm just thinking to myself, how could I have prepared, or how could I have done more so that my future self is looking back at this past self saying, man, I'm so glad he did the things that he did. I'm so glad that he took advantage of this opportunity. And that's what I want to give to you guys, where I have laid out literally an entire blueprint of how you guys can learn how to day trade, so you guys can fix your psychology, so that you guys can fix your trading plan, so that you guys can fix your risk management and actually turn into a profitable trader, just like all of these other people have been able to do within my program. I'll leave a little link in the description for you guys to check that out. But regardless of that, again, you guys can either take action on that or not. And again, if you guys are like, I just want to learn from his free videos, this is my first couple of videos of watching him, that's awesome. You guys honestly should watch the YouTube video first. You guys should go through my free course. I'll leave another link in the description for that, so that you guys can get used to understanding what trading is, understanding confluences, understanding your psychology, and understanding your risk management better for absolutely free, okay? And that's the main reason why I started this YouTube channel in the first place, okay? Again, I think about that very first YouTube video idea of me wanting to buy a car, and then me never ending up doing that video. And what was the first video that I did? Just a market recap. What did I want to start this YouTube channel off with? Was just giving you guys value on how you guys can change your lives within trading. And hopefully this video got you guys one step closer, and hopefully you guys will actually apply everything that I've told you guys in this video, because I know that this video really would have helped me as an unprofitable trader. So hopefully it helped you guys. I love and appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.